Good morning, guys, and welcome to Keyboard Warriors, our early bird session to set you up for the day ahead and hopefully ease out any tightness or kinks that have developed from working from home during the week. So we're going to get started. This is a nice big stretch to start with, reaching up overhead and just gently side to side. And then bring yourself forward, take your hips back. Keep a nice flat back, pull the hands away from the body. And then come back up to standing. Bring your hands behind. Either hands are small at the back or join the hands together. Chest and chin forward. And then again, bring them up overhead. Grab hold of one wrist with the other hand and just take a nice big circle around. A couple of times in each direction. So we're going all the way around. Grab hold of the other wrist and back round. Lovely job. And then from there, we're just going to reach up tall. And then come down, brush your fingers down past the floor if you can, and then back up. Reach down in that direction, and up, keeping your feet flat on the floor for now. So really reach up tall when you come to standing position. And make sure that you are coming down into a kind of half-seated semi-squat as opposed to leaning over. We're trying to really wake the legs up, wake the back up. Next time, you're going to come up onto your toes, widen the feet if you need to for balance. Last one. And then bring the arms out to the side. Just gently twist, keeping the hips and knees facing forward. And then coming down to the side. Just slide your hands down the side of your thighs. And then we're going to come straight down to the floor, onto all fours. Just aiming to have your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And gently to start with, just rocking backwards and forwards. And then side to side. And again, backwards and forwards. And then start to increase the range of that movement if you can. If not, stick with where we were. So that your bottom starts to come further down towards your heels. Hands are pushing away on the floor. And starting to drop your hips as you come towards your hands. And then sitting back on your heels. Take your legs wider if you need to sink down. And then come back up to rocking backwards and forwards. You can make it as big or small a movement as you like. And then bring yourself over onto your back. Stretch yourself out nice and long to start with. Imagine it's morning stretch in bed, stretching your fingertips as far away from your toes as you can. And then hug your knees in tight. Roll your lower back into the mat, into the floor. And then star yourself out, take your legs wide, arms wide. And then we're going to tuck right back in. If you can't do it all in one big move like that, then you can bring in them separately. So bring in your hands and arms. Take the strain off your lower back. Stretch yourself out wide. Again, you can take them out separately if you need to. And then bring them in. Roll them in. Tuck the chin to chest. Again, roll the lower back into the mat. And then just dropping down, alternate legs. So hugging one leg towards the chest. Extend the other leg out. You can keep the other leg bent if you need to. Just work through your own range of movement. And then bring the legs up overhead. So either bent or straight, whatever feels comfortable for you. Roll the feet around at the ankles. And back the other way. And then you're just going to point and flex the toes. And gently just reaching up towards your toes. And then hug the knees back in. We're going back over onto all fours. And extend out one hand and the opposite leg. For obvious reasons, not the same side. Reach out and bring it back in. So just pause as you reach out. Keep the back nice and flat. Bring it back in. If it feels too much to do an arm and a leg, just do one or the other. So you can just reach your arm, bring it down, and then take your leg. We're going for one more to each side after this one. There's one, and the opposite side. And again, we're just going to roll backwards and forwards. Really push that floor away from you to feel stretched through. Shoulders back. And then bring yourself up to standing. So however you feel comfortable coming up, you can bring your feet underneath and slowly roll up from there. Bring the arms up overhead. And then we'll just step up a little bit, taking side step, pec deck arms. So bring your elbows up towards your shoulders, open the arms as you open your legs. 2 steps to each side so you've got space. If not, you can just go for one. Start slow and then start to build up a bit of momentum. Just really trying to keep elbows up but shoulders relaxed. So avoid bringing the shoulders up. You can add a little hop in between if you want to in those steps. Last one to each side. And then we're going to go squat and touch down with alternate hands. So squat and just touch down, squat and touch. Really making sure that you sit back into your squat as much as possible, rather than just flopping over, touch down that way. Bend the legs. Sit the bottom back down, aiming behind you. If it's too much to reach the floor, just reach in that direction. Good stuff. Keep it going. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you're going to take the leg in front, behind, and then kick. So you go in front, behind, kick. In front, behind, and kick. So raise the knee, tap it back, kick. You've got a little tap in between to right your balance. Last one to this leg, raise, tap and kick and swap legs. So raise, tap and kick. Go however high you would like to with a kick. You can just make it another knee raise if you like, just raise the knee there. One more to this leg. Good stuff. Then we're going side to side, tapping the leg out. So you can just step it out, make it a big step, really twisting the hips side to side, or you can tap it out. A bit more energy, the heel up towards the bum as you twist. Keep with me, another 15 seconds here. And 10. Remember, you can just tap it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands together. We're going to take them up to one side, bring them down to the other. Bend the knees so you can twist around. And get those arms up high. Now you can do this one slower and more pronounced, particularly if you're protecting your lower back, got any twinges, or you can take the energy right up, make it a really dynamic movement. We've got 5 seconds left on this side. Getting ready to change. 3, 2, 1. Change direction. Test your coordination this time in the morning. So you should be starting to feel a little bit warmer now. Heart rate raised. Another 5 seconds on this side. Then we're sizzling the legs with 2 punches. 3, 2, 1. So scissor, you can either just tap, tap, jab, cross, or you can scissor, scissor, jab, cross. So tap, tap, jab, cross, or scissor, scissor. So you can make it high or low impact, or you can mix it up. Punching at shoulder height. That's it. Keep with it. Last 10 seconds. You can speed it up if you want to for the last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's finish that one off. Right, give the legs a shake out. Turn the feet out, and you're going to come down into a sort of half squat. And then we're going to alternately raise the heel. So sink yourself down, and then raise and raise. One at a time. Try and keep your upper body nice and upright. So you can bring the fingers behind the head, hands behind the back, just to avoid yourself kind of sinking forward. Try not to end up doing this. Try to protect the lower back and really make the legs do the work. So the thighs should be starting to feel that about now. If you need to take a little shake of them in between, loosen them up, stand up, go for it. We're going to speed it up for the last 10 seconds, so go. Don't worry, no one's watching you yet. Everyone's still in bed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give them a good shake out. You might even want to take a little quad stretch there. Good stuff. Right, so we're going for a sprinter. You're going to reach the arm and hand out and then touch them back in. We're going to do it fast today. Work at your own pace, but we're aiming to be out and in, out and in, out and in. Don't worry too much which arm's going out. As long as one arm and one leg are going out, off we go. Tapping that back foot down. Extend the body out nice and long so that we really get the loosening up effect of the workout for the day. Tap those toes down. Feel the stretch in your calf as the foot goes down. Five seconds left on this leg. And 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Change to the other side. So you're going to reach out, take the leg behind. As I say, don't worry too much which arm's going forward. It's all extending the body. That supporting legs working hard. Good stuff. 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Right, we're going to finish off with seal jacks. So similarly to jumping jacks, but bringing the arm across the front. So you can do this the same as you can with jumping jacks. Nice and low impact. Just imagine a seal, slapping its fins together at the front. If you want to do high impact, out we go. Flat optional. So we're dialing it down a notch after this, coming down to the floor. Last 2 moves, and then stretch out. Take those arms wide, whether it's low impact or high. Get the chest muscles working. Last 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing job, well done. So come down to the floor. Now we're going to scissor the legs. So keep your upper body completely on the floor. You can have your hands behind your head or by your side. Take the legs in the air. Now it's entirely up to you whether you're able to straighten your legs, whether you bend them and how low you take them. The lower you go, the harder the tummy muscles are working, but do be cautious of lower back. Make sure it's strong enough to take it if you're taking them nice and low. And we're going to sit there. So start to use this opportunity to take some nice deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth, letting your heart rate start to recover. So we're not quite resting yet, but the high energy work is done. Got another 10 seconds here. And then we're flipping onto the front in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees in. And then stretch your body out nice and long. Stretch the stomach muscles out. Hug your knees into the chest. And just take the legs over side to side before we turn over. A couple more times in each direction. Just get some nice movement through the spine. Loosen it up a little. And then bring yourself over onto your front. If I show you from both positions, we're going to do a narrow and wide push-up. So we're going to do this one on the knees. Take the arms wide. Lower your chest all the way down and push up. And then bring your hands together and do a narrow one. So wide, all the way down, narrow. With the wide one, your chest is coming down to the floor, pushing yourself up. Narrow one, hands come together, lower part the way down, all the way down, up, hands together. Last 10 seconds, then we're stretching it out. Last 4,